Namaskar. We welcome you to this session. This is the 9th episode of the series Udyamita Ki Or, an initiative by National Center for Innovations in Distance Education, IGNOU. The objective of the teleconferencing series is to foster a spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship among students and faculty in the university. The program presents discussions on entrepreneurial opportunities in specified subject areas or sectors by the experts from various sectors. The viewers are provided information about the existing innovations and startups in a particular area, possible entrepreneurial opportunities and funding opportunities available in that area. The sessions are held fortnightly on the second and fourth Wednesday every month from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. So far, we have had sessions on innovation and entrepreneurship opportunities in allied biological sciences, poultry sector, waste management, food processing, disability, health services, and tourism sector. In today's session, we will be discussing the opportunities for artificial intelligence-based startups. We have with us Professor P.V. Suresh. He is Professor and Director of School of Computer and Information Sciences, IGNOU. He has been involved in many innovative initiatives and innovative programs of the university. He has been associated with several national and international projects and has more than 25 years of research and teaching experience in the field. His areas of interest include software engineering, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, machine learning, and data mining. We welcome you, sir, to this episode.
Thank you.
We also have with us Dr. O.P. Sharma, Director, NCIDE, IGNOU. He is actively involved in various innovation and startup-related activities in the university. We welcome you, Dr. Sharma, to this episode.
Thank you.
We are really very pleased to have you with us in this session. As technology continues to advance at a rapid pace, one technology that has taken the world by storm is AI. The significance of AI in the startup ecosystem is immense, offering unprecedented opportunities for growth, innovation, and reshaping traditional business strategies. This transformative power of AI is reshaping entrepreneurship, compelling startups to adapt and innovate continually. Startups are leveraging AI in a variety of ways to improve their operations and gain a competitive edge. From chatbots to predictive analytics, AI has the power to streamline processes, automate tasks, and provide valuable insights. While the Indian AI startup ecosystem is at a nascent stage right now, every company will use AI and thus will need the tools and infrastructure to build AI. AI has the potential to transform various industries by providing tailored solutions to specific challenges. Industries such as healthcare, finance, retail, manufacturing, transportation, and agriculture can benefit from AI-powered applications and systems designed to address their unique needs. Developing industry-specific AI solutions can lead to improved efficiency, cost savings, enhanced decision-making, and better customer experiences. As the technology continues to advance, it's likely that we'll see even more innovative AI applications in the startup world. So what exactly is the impact of AI on startups and how they are leveraging this technology to stay ahead of the curve? We will explore in today's session. To start the discussion, I would request Professor Suresh to please tell us about AI-based startup initiatives.
Yeah, thank you very much, and thanks once again for this particular opportunity to discuss about the AI-based startups as well as innovations using artificial intelligence and related technologies. Now, when we discuss about the AI-based startups, so we can start with something, what is a startup? And of course, most of us know what is a startup. It's a new business which will be focusing on the development of a new or innovative product or a service that is going to have impact on large numbers as well as to the society at the large. Startups were there since long time, but when it comes to AI-based startups, basically these are the startups that mainly use artificial intelligence and related technologies to build their product, which may in turn solve a major problem or may help us live better by using their product or application. Most of the AI-based startups are using generative models. Generative AI is the word that we frequently hear nowadays after AI. Nowadays, generative AI almost replaced AI. When people are saying AI, it's basically they are saying about generative AI. In generative AI, there are what are called large language models. So using large language models, it is possible for you to develop new products or enhance the existing products and even think of doing something which was not existent till date due to the large number of people involved in it. Basically, whenever we are using generative AI, for that matter, we have to first of all think whether we have to use AI or not. Normally, you have to think about AI when you have huge numbers at stake. So, if you want to solve something which involves large numbers, or if you want to do something that will help large numbers, not essentially humans, it can be anything like vegetables, large number of stock coming and people are giving online orders. So, they have to handle with large numbers of orders of just vegetables every day morning. So, things cannot be done manually. There they start using AI. So, if the number is less, they don't need to use AI. If the number is large, they need to think of AI. So, when they are using large language models to develop the products or applications that benefit their clients who are in large numbers again, or society at large, by developing a new product that uses the large language models. The second thing is that they can also use tools that will be building new large language models or train them to do different things. And also there is one more option that they use open source software or open source large language models to develop their products. So these are the three different areas that are using the generative AI concept to come up with products, and the startups that are using these large language models or building new large language models can be termed as AI-based startups. For example, let me say that recommender systems in Netflix are a Siri software on iOS devices. And for that matter, if you consider Amazon uses a lot of AI, even to weed away the rotten tomatoes from millions of tomatoes, which they get to their warehouses to supply. So wherever there are huge numbers, there AI is used, and once AI is used, basically it will be generative AI, and in generative AI, they will decide whether they want to use an existing large language model, or they would like to develop a new large language model, or they want to use some open source software that provides these models free of cost. So these are basically the AI based startups that work.
Thank you so much, sir. So, we see that a large number of major technology companies in the world are also venturing into AI and investing increasing amounts of money into in artificial intelligence based technologies. Several companies are at the forefront of developing, improving, and further implementing artificial intelligence in several aspects of our daily lives. What are the different types of AI companies or startups which are there?
Okay, now let us just think of some examples, like Google Assistant. Okay, that uses a type of AI to help its clients. Then you have Netflix, that is used for building recommender systems. Then you have Alexa, Amazon's Alexa, that follows your instructions. Okay, so that is also uses AI. Then you have HomePod software from Apple. Maybe they released the device a couple of years back. So how it uses AI is that, like, if you say good morning, it will tell you good. It will reciprocate good morning with the same tone. Okay, it's not just, it just repeats. It uses the same tone. Okay, so if I say it, it uses my tone to return it back. And they are so much intelligent that if you have two HomePod devices that are connected with each other, they even relay the communication. That if you are outside your home and you give instruction to HomePod to call your son, it will give a shout saying that mommy is calling, just respond.
Okay.
Okay, so that uses a different type of AI. Okay, and even you think of Google Maps. Entire world, Google Maps exists wherever you go.
Yeah.
So for entire world, having routes, having maps, alerting you about the traffic, they use AI. But the catch is that when AI is being used, you can be sure about the accuracy maybe above 90% or maybe 98%, but not 100%. So whenever AI is in picture, when the companies are using, they cannot be 100% sure that the result will be correct, 100% correct. It may be 99 point something correct, but not 100%. But if you are not using AI, you will be 100% correct. But the catch is that where there are huge numbers at stake, if you are not using AI, the time to get the result is going to be a lot. So if you are expecting a result in a few seconds, if you are not using AI, it will take few hours. So there is no use of getting a result for which you are expecting in a few seconds after a few hours. That's the reason why AI is used, and every product uses AI in a different way. Just as I told, the way Amazon Alexa uses, it's different. The way Google Assistant uses, it's different. The way Cortana uses, it's different. The way Siri uses, it's different. The way HomePod uses, it is different. And even I have to tell you that AI usage it led to a large number of innovations also. For example, a mobile app, I think if I am not mistaken its name, Shaban, I think, Shahaj. It may be a bit different. You give a tune as input, it will pick up the song and give to you. Okay, so when you are giving a tune as input, it is having millions of songs in its database. It has to match and give it to you back in a few seconds. So that's where again it uses AI. So these are different types of AI technologies that are used, but underlying is always a model. On the model, the software is built, which is used to achieve their goal of giving the appropriate output to the customer.
Okay. And when we see that Indian startups are also harnessing the power of artificial intelligence across sectors like healthcare, customer support, agriculture, and logistics optimization to bring innovative solutions and drive technological advancements. So, could you please tell us about some of the ideas for an AI-based startup? If somebody
basically,
is interested in a AI based, what are the opportunities or possibilities? What are the ideas?
basically very difficult to share an idea for anybody to start a startup, because startup starts with an idea.
That is true.
Okay. Now, if you think of Indian startups, like there is one startup called Cellstrat. Okay. So, what they have done, they developed many AI based products that are related to healthcare, like an MRI. An MRI, if input to their AI software, it generates a report. Now, it doesn't mean that there is no need for a doctor who needs to prepare a report on going through MRI. Basically, this particular report is going to become an additional input to the doctor to come up with a final report. So, there are startups that are working in the area of healthcare in India. There are startups that are working even in the area of education, like personalized learning. Until now, we know that we watch a single video. There is a topic on which you have a video, so everybody watches the same video. They may have some doubts, but the video is one for everybody. But in the case of personalized learning, your traits are taken as input and personalized recommendations were made by that particular startup's product. So, similarly, even if you think a simple, which looks simple but not simple, like a Zomato or even a Swiggy, they always give you some recommendations. Those recommendations are based on your own browsing history. Just like even Amazon suggests you a few books when you are looking for a book based on your earlier browsing history. So, there are different Indian startups also that are using AI, and in fact, there are large numbers, approximately 100 startups as on date that are using AI to benefit people across the world.
Dr. Sharma, would you like to add something to this?
In fact, when we talk about the innovation or startup empowered or powered by the AI, we'll have to look into the features or strength of the AI, how it can help in a different way, and keeping in view those strength of artificial intelligence, we can think of where these all things can be used. For example, he had highlighted the personalized learning, because teaching learning, we have seen many people, many students, they want to get the learning content as per their need, as per their choice, and as per their interest. And AI is a tool which can help in identifying, detecting what kind of interest one is having, and accordingly they suggest or recommend the content for that students. So this is depending on what kind of interest or choice you have, and that strength AI has. And this is not only in case of education, the same is in case of health, in a market, and other areas also. When you are doing some banking services, then also you will find
even in retail
and
entertainment,
etc. You go e-commerce sites and you will find after some sort of transaction that you have done, you will find some recommendations. So AI is finding what is your interest, what is your choice, and accordingly they are recommending. And we'll have to think of the ideas for our startup based on that. So, for example, if you are thinking we can say in finance and banking. In banking, what are the need of the people, and then how AI can help in that case, and what else is available in the market, because the existing innovative products are already available there. If they are not using the AI's strength, then you have an opportunity to use that. Similarly, in other cases also, maybe in to arrest the cyber fraud or many things, how you
Yeah.
can do. These all is possible.
AI-driven cybersecurity startups are coming up.
Yes.
And even e-learning startups are there, which are AI-based.
Yes, yes.
So,
That's
Like
right.
one company, Unifor,
yeah.
it got $620 million funding. Okay, and they are working with global conversational AI technology that enables businesses to deliver transformational customer service across touch points. Basically, if you think of a chatbot, okay, they are AI driven.
Yeah.
And 1 week back, you must have heard NVIDIA.
Now, in fact, chatbot is very much used in many sectors.
Yeah.
Health sector, in case of education sector, also you'll find in many institutions' website they have this chatbot component, and if you just log in there, you will find that how can I help you. If you start searching something, accordingly they will give you the choice of your courses, programs, and also many things. There is no human at the end. This is AI which is interacting with you. So these are the things, and that is a kind of we can say the innovative initiative, and
Yeah.
that can be converted into a startup. So that's why these all things are, even if you go to the hospital or some health site, there also you will find this kind of chatbots, and they will be helping you. Many good institutes, good health hospital, they are now using this
Majorly,
AI.
most of the websites which need some sort of interaction from the user,
Yes.
they are using chatbots. Even the property search websites and such various other websites.
That's
which
happening,
need
and that is
user
the
input.
power of AI, and that power is being used by now the innovators and the entrepreneurs, and the result of is that now I would like to share with you. As per the 2022 data of there was a study by the Stanford University in an annual AI report. India stands fifth largest in terms of AI based startups, and that is now increasing year after year. Out of those 1 lakh and around 10,000 startups we have, large number of startups are AI
As per
powered.
the Niti Aayog website, more than 1,000 startups are
More
in
than
the-
1,000 websites, and startups are based on AI.
Yeah.
And in fact, now those startups which were not earlier using AI, recognizing the strength of AI, they are now trying to use that AI, because that is not only increasing their we can say the expansion or the reach to the people, to the targeted people, but also assessing their need also. And accordingly, you go to any kind of sector, health sector, finance sector, banking sector, education sector, agriculture sector. Even in case of agriculture also, what he was mentioning, the rotten tomatoes or rotten fruits or something, AI is being used, and for that purpose, that was the application. But taking that application part in mind, several number of innovative products are being developed, and based on those products, startups are also being established. So that is happening. That is the power of AI, and that AI power is not only giving a new dimension to those startups, but also making it a cost effective, because less human intervention is there. And when he talked about the when there is a large number of things, maybe the fruits or anything, when there is a large number, it is very difficult to do manually.
Even
In
when
that
the
case,
data
the
is
AI
large.
has to be used.
When the
And you
data,
can see
large amounts of data has
the
to be
AI
handled.
tools, how much they are being used in the field of education, that we know. Maybe the content generation, chat GPT, we all know it is very much being used by everybody. Anuvadini is another AI based tool that has been developed by the government of India. And you will find many other such tools which are being used even in education.
And
What?
even,
Yeah,
yes, sir, please, sir.
One is Grammarly.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, that is
Grammarly.
also AI based.
Grammarly is also
Grammarly is one, and earlier you said that for our students, what may be some input for them to think of coming up with a startup.
Yeah.
One thing is that finding diseases in the plants. Okay, now this is one area where AI is picking up. They are using deep learning and machine learning to find diseases in the plants which they can't find with their naked eye. They need to use AI on their mobile, or they have to associate with their camera, and it will be picking up the diseases that you can't really see it. Okay, so here a lot of funding is going on. ICAR and other top public sectors, they are funding such projects, research proposals. And there are many startups in this area that are using AI to help farmers weed out the plants that are having disease, which they will come to know only at a later stage. Even there are deep learning based models where a farmer will get input about the weather forecast few years in advance. Okay, and accordingly they can plan. Even the requirement for proper fertilization, the water that is needed, how distant is the water. So in such a case where there are huge like heating environments and other things, like how to protect their plants, so which location they have to select. A lot of work is going on even in the area of agriculture, and there are large number of startups, and even Google is having 2 very big projects in AI that are helping Indian farmers. So this is one area wherein our students can think of working. They can think of a startup, come up with some proposal.
In fact, good thing is that AI is being used across the disciplines and sectors. So whenever we think of initiating a startup in any field, and you are using the AI, you can approach that field particularly for that purpose. So this is happening like in case of agriculture. If you want to do something, in case of food processing and preservation, how AI can be used, that can be explored. So AI is not limited to 1 or 2 fields. It is being used in almost all walks of our life. The robots which we are being used in a different fields, maybe in the surgery, maybe in a classroom also we have seen, in a industry we have seen. They are basically using the AI for that purpose. So it has an immense scope, and when you think of doing something which is useful for the society, any kind of initiative you are taking where AI is being used, and it can be a good business for the helping society, maybe developing a product or providing a good kind of service, then that can help you in going towards the startup. And for a startup, I would like to tell you, the government of India is too much supporting the startups, and now a large number of startups are using the AI tools or AI, say, the concept for.
When we look at the startups or the companies that are emerging in the field of AI, one type of companies is the core AI companies which are working on the technology per se for improving the parts of the AI. They are involved in AI creation or deployment process itself. And then there are application based companies. So before moving ahead, we will take a short break and then we will continue the discussion.
We wear clothes on a daily basis. But have we ever wondered, where do our clothes come from? Who makes our clothing? And who are the people and the process responsible for the whole manufacturing of our clothing? If you want to know more about this, Indira Gandhi National Open University from the School of Continuing Education has launched a program which is Certificate in Apparel Merchandising. There are many benefits after doing this program. You can become a designer in various fields. It can be fashion designer, apparel designer, costume designer, or even a textile designer. One can also work as a fashion consultant. Research and development is another field which one can take up after doing this certificate course. Going into academics is another perk after doing this program. Getting into fashion houses or fashion studios as an intern is also a very good option post doing the certificate in apparel merchandising. The basic eligibility of the program is 10+2. The duration of the program is 6 months to 2 years. The program is also available for both the admission cycles, which is July and January. The exams are conducted twice a year, in June and December. So what are you waiting for? Join this program and get an enriching knowledge in the field of apparel merchandising. And to do so, you can log on to the official website of the university, www.ignou.ac.in.
We welcome you back after this break. So we were talking about AI-based companies. Some of the companies are core companies which are involved in AI creation or deployment process itself. Then there are some companies which are involved in creation of applications which are based on AI. And some companies are using AI for solving actual and immediate problems using new technologies and AI. So, Professor Suresh, would you tell our viewers about some of the AI-based successful companies which are coming up now? Some examples of the startup initiatives.
Yeah, basically, startup initiatives, I have already mentioned earlier that one company, the management belongs to, they are basically alumni of IIT Delhi. They are coming up with products that are AI-based chatbots and AI-based products that cater to the healthcare. So they are very highly successful, and they are listed as top startups in various forums or something like that. And even you have one startup, Byju's, which is into learning. They use AI. That is also one successful Indian startup, irrespective of the financial.
There is a call, so.
Yes,
Yeah,
please
yeah,
come up.
Please.
Roshan Siraj. Your voice is not audible.
Hello.
Yes, Roshan.
I can hear you properly. Actually, it's a bit. I mean, the sound is not good. Actually.
We can hear you very well now.
Uh,
Hello.
Yes, yes,
yeah,
please
hello,
come up. Yes.
Sharma ji, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we
Yeah,
can hear you.
Okay, I think there's a little bit problem in the audio side actually.
Maybe, but from our side, I think it is fine. You just take your audio, but we can hear you. You kindly say. I would like to tell you, Roshan is one of our student. He is also using AI for his startup and innovation. So, Roshan, you kindly tell about your startup and innovation. How you are using AI in this context?
Okay, sir, okay. So actually, my name is Roshan Sujata. I am a student from IGNOU. So my startup name is called Core Robotics, and we are based from Kerala. So the device that we are building is called AHMUV, and the full form is that Autonomous Hybrid Mini Underwater Vehicle, and we are using a lot of AI models in this device. So about the innovation, AHMUV is an underwater drone, and these underwater drones are mainly used for mapping, inspections, surveys, etc. And our mission is to eliminate every possible risk that puts a underwater diver into safety risk. So we do have a lot of innovative features in our product. But the thing that differentiates our product from the normal underwater drone segment is that the device can be used in two ways. So it can be used by a remote, therefore it can be called an ROV, a remotely operated vehicle, and also it can be used autonomously, and therefore it can also be referred to as an autonomous underwater vehicle. So the HMUV is a new type of class that we are bringing into the world, so that a single device can be operated in two ways. The AI autonomy side of our device comes in the AUV side. So for that, we are mainly using 4 types of models into the different sides of our softwares and the autonomy sides. So number 1 is about the predictive maintenance side. And predictive maintenance is a system that we are using to study the underwater areas, so that the device will learn by itself. And when an operator removes its tether, normally these things are working with a cable called tethers. So when these devices are removed from this tether, our AI model will interpret the data studied by this device, and then the device can do the task completely autonomous without any human intervention. So that is a thing that we are initially doing, and it's called predictive maintenance. And number 2 that we are using AI is for image enhancement. Image enhancement is a process where we are using AI to boost the images. And because we all know that underwater images are always blurry and dark. So our AI model will interpret these types of images, and it will enhance these images, making it clearly and crispier to look into it. And next is the object recognition side. So there, the device can automatically detect different types of debris floating underwater. It can differentiate between a rock and a fish. So there we are using the object recognition model. And also we are having an analytics platform. So in the analytics platform, we are using our AI to collect and differentiate different types of data. So mainly these 4 are the areas where we are using this AI in our device. And the beneficiaries that we are targeting is mainly for shipyards, oil and gas industries, Navy, Coast Guard, search and rescue teams, etc. So these are the initial beneficiaries that we have identified. And speaking about our innovation and our company, NCIDE and IGNOU plays a huge role in our company. Because when we started our company, we were not aware of the IPR sites, and drafting a business plan was a very difficult task for us. So NCIDE and IGNOU has organized a lot of programs for drafting our business plan and to complete and to understand the IPR related aspects and everything. So that way NCIDE and IGNOU has helped us a lot in completing our company. So that's all about the innovation.
Thank you,
our company
thank you,
and
Mr.
everything.
Siraj. In fact, we can see now how effectively he is using the AI in his mission, in his startup. Yes.
Sharma sir, your
Yes.
audio, I think there is a little bit problem. Can you speak a little bit louder?
Yes. Just I was mentioning that how effectively you are using AI in your startup, maybe for the automation or prediction, or maybe learning by itself, or image enhancement when you are taking image underwater. Then an image enhancement that he is doing with the help of AI, and also object recognition, because there are different kind of objects inside the water or ocean. So how we can recognize and detect those. So I think immense uses are there, and it depends on your creativity, your innovativeness, that how effectively you are using AI tools in your startups. So thank you very much, Roshan, for connecting with us and sharing your ideas and the innovative features of your startup, and how you are using the AI in that context. Yes, Dr. Sujata, you can
Thank
take
you,
it
sir.
further.
Thank
Sir,
you.
well, Professor Suresh was telling us about AI-based initiatives, startups, some
Yeah.
startups.
Yeah, see, one are like AI-based entertainment startups, then AI personal shopper startups, then there are e-learning startups. In the case of e-learning startups, like you give your target, it will train you to reach the target. Like if you say that you are aiming for a 90% in mathematics, so it will be generating you the tests, your
Right,
quizzes
right.
in such a way that it will take you to the target. And it may revise your target, of course, in case you are not getting through. So there are personalized learning startups, then AI-based marketing startups.
Right.
Okay, these are different types of startups, or you can say different AI-based startups in different areas. Basically, now across areas you have startups that are using AI because the population is very large. When you think of population, not essential that you think of only India. Okay, they are catering to international markets. So, since the population is very large, now most of the startups started using AI.
There are many startups in Indian scenario also, landscape also, there are coming up, like the other day you were mentioning Yellow Messenger and all Indian startups. Could you please tell us about some Indian startups which are successful also and emerging in the startups
Before
landscape?
he talks about this, I would like to tell you,
Yes.
there are some startups which are exclusively or hardcore AI startups.
Yeah.
But there are number of startups which are using the AI. For
Yes.
example, you see these Zomato, Swiggy, they are using Amazon.
Very
These
true.
all are using the AI concepts, AI for that purpose, for giving you recommendations or predicting your requirement, or many things. They are assessing you every time. So that kind of thing are being done by these startups, and exclusively for that purpose, AI based startups. Then I think Professor Suresh will be telling you.
Yeah, earlier when I was speaking about one startup, Unifor, it attracted a funding of more than $600 million. Okay, that is the highest funding I have seen across. Then you have Yellow Messenger. It serves as an enterprise AI channel for customer engagement. Then in the case of logistics, you have a company called Locus. It will use AI to help.
Excuse me, sir, there is a call.
Yeah.
Shall we take it?
Yeah.
Yes, Kunal, come up.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon.
Thank
Good
you so much
afternoon.
for this wonderful opportunity. First of all, I would express my sincere gratitude toward NCIDE and SOCIS for always supporting me and lightening up my path of innovation. So this side, Kunal Ambashta. I'm from Kodarma, Jharkhand, and my innovation is in the field of AI. Basically, I'm using AI to build a smart voice assistant that can help control the electronics and different devices installed in your home. Unlike other AI products that are available in the market in this domain of voice assistant, my innovation is little different. It processes all the data locally on board, and it helps the user to protect them from any kind of attacks that is possible on the cyber side. And as the data are being processed locally on board, so we are not transferring or we are not uploading your data anywhere on the internet. So no one will have your data, and you will have the complete control on your data, and no one can reach to you because you are not on internet. Is Kaya interface. So basically, Kaya interface is the brain-computer interface that uses the biopotential signals coming out of your brain. Definitely in a non-invasive way. We are collecting the biopotential signals from the forehead and different part of the brain through the skin, means from the top of the skin, and we are then processing it. We are putting this data and our model that is present on the device, process it totally offline, locally on board, and come up with the suggestion and try to find what the user wants to do. So this is the way how I'm using AI, and the thing is, the journey that I have traveled so far, it would not have been possible without the support of NCIDE, IGNOU, and SOCIS.
Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
thank you very much,
Kunal.
Kunal. In fact,
Thank you so
Kunal
much,
is
sir.
using AI in a big way, and
Thank
he
you
is
so much, sir.
always trying to find innovative solution by using the technology. So maybe the voice controlled automation system or protecting the attacks, unwanted attacks, those all things he is using. So I think many of our students are using this kind of AI tools for creating the startups and innovations. And this is a good thing that along with other students all over the country, IGNOU students are also coming forward, and they are doing, I can say, the hardcore technology-based startups and innovations. Example, you have seen maybe the Roshan Siraj or the Kunal, they are doing. We have some other students also. They may also join in the meantime. But main thing is, Dr. Sujata, whenever you are thinking of using AI or developing AI-based innovation startup, you'll have to see what you want to do that. For example, if you see the education sector itself, in education sector itself, there are immense opportunities of using AI. Maybe what we were discussing, providing the personalized learning, several tools are being created for that purpose. They are in the education sector, but using AI for that purpose. Maybe the automation of the examination system, online examination, proctored examination system, lot of AI is being used in that. Generation of the questions, question bank or question papers as per the planned format, that is being used for, we can say, the automatic grading and assessment also. AI is being used, and a lot of tools are being created for that purpose. Real-time assessment may be the case. Voice assistance, what he had told us, the Google Assistance or any other, even in
Image
case of
and speech recognition based.
speech recognition, converting text into the speech into text. These all are the possibilities in even in a education sector. So it depends on you how creatively, innovatively you are identifying the problem of the pupil or the society, how you are identifying the gap areas where these all possibilities are there. Once you identify the gap areas, like these are the areas where you can pitch in and then do some innovation, can set up a startup. That is up to you. So
When we look at the AI startup landscape, it is filled with immense opportunities and formidable challenges, and it is just like steering through uncharted waters. So, Professor Suresh, could you please tell us what are certain aspects that need to be taken care of while setting up a startup, AI startup?
Yeah,
What are the challenges one can face?
Yeah, one important thing is that, as I said initially, volume is always associated with AI-based work. when there is volume, you have a lot of data. You have to abide by the data protection acts across the countries when you are handling this data, because it is the data which drives your business, and if you don't take care of your data, maybe you may end up paying millions or billions in compensations. So one is security and privacy. That is one challenge. And as I've already said, the data volume, storing the data, protecting the data, how you use the data. Okay, so those are one thing. Then the computing capacities. You need to keep on upgrading your hardware with the market, because if you don't upgrade, the linking software may not work. The upward compatibility may not be assured with the new hardware for the old software. So you should be prepared to upgrade even after you get funding, because sometimes you may not get funding to upgrade your systems. Okay, so for that you should be prepared. Then customization of the AI models that are used. Then cloud infrastructure and related costs. This is one way of avoiding an upgrade of the infrastructure by hiring the cloud services. So cloud services are going to be very expensive. They are going to take care of upgradation, but you have to pay them regularly. Then in the cloud you have two types, whether you are going for a private cloud or a public cloud. So if you are going for a private cloud, yes, security is high, then the cost may also be high. So you need to take a call on it. Then the scale of your business, to whom you want to offer it. For example, there is an app called Blinkit. It's very famous. I can use Blinkit from wherever I am. I cannot use it if I am not around. Like if I want to place order for milk when I am in home, yes, I can do that. But being at office, I cannot place order for milk for my home by using that mobile app, because it automatically works only across a particular area from where you are using that mobile app. Okay, but I can book a cab from any place irrespective of where I am. But in Blinkit, I cannot place an order if I am not putting the same address where I am located at that moment. So even scale matters, to what extent you would like to serve. Then the quality of the data you have. So when it comes to quality of the data, you have what is called pre-processing of the data. When you have a lot of data, you have to pre-process it, because when people are entering their addresses, like one may put the pin code into the landmark field. Okay, one may split their names into the address fields. So you have to pre-process the data so that the data is not misinterpreted to provide the services. Then you have the main thing is funding. You start something. When you are starting, you are giving your requirement, but if you are unable to keep up that requirement and overshoots, you may not get funding. Then you may land in problems because you have already taken fund and now you need more fund, which is unexpected, and you will not be getting it unless you show some results. So in any software related matters, because AI is again a software, the estimation of the cost and effort are very important, and that happens before you start your project. So you need to have wide experience. You need to go through many case studies to estimate how many people you are going to need, how long you are going to need, and how much it is going to cost. If you are overshoot in any of these things, you may land up in problems, because based on the technology, salaries are driven. Like AI, you may not get good people, so you need to pay high salaries. So if you are looking for a product that is AI based, you should be prepared to pay high salaries. And if you run out of your money and you can't employ more, you may not even get funding, then you need to be careful. So ultimately, everything matters. Marketing. You do something, you have to market it. If you don't market it, people will not know that you have done it. So sales and marketing teams are to be very strong. Of course, every component is important and they have to be very strong, but sales and marketing are normally, people say, they are hard for a successful business. So these are the challenges for any startup. Established companies, there are no problems. They can take the question.
The Government of India has taken a number of initiatives to promote the development and use of AI. The National Artificial Intelligence Strategy was launched in 2020, and this strategy aims to make India a global leader in AI by 2030. National AI Mission was launched in 2021. So, Dr. Sharma, would you like to add something to it, and would you like to tell us more about India AI Mission?
In fact, this initiative of the Government of India, India AI Mission, is a big contribution towards that. Because as I told you, around 25% of the startups which India is having are having a component of AI in one or other way. Maybe the hardcore AI startups or using the AI in a one other way. So recognizing the importance of AI and its intervention in a startup and innovation, Government of India has recently earmarked an outlay budget of more than 10,000 crore for this purpose of 5 years. That aims mainly to enhance and support the AI-driven infrastructure, AI-driven startups, AI-driven innovations in the country. And this mission is basically a mission by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology under the Government of India, and it aims at not only empowering the people to use the AI, but also to help them in finding innovative solutions, set up the startups which are using the AI, and this will be a kind of a public-private partnership model, because its aim is to nurture and develop the innovation, AI-based innovation ecosystem in the country. And once this AI-based innovation ecosystem is in place in a proper shape, then certainly whatever we are talking about, the use of AI in different sectors, maybe the health, education, e-commerce, banking, industry, agriculture, that will be further enhanced. And the importance of this we all have recognized, and we can see that if AI is integrated with these startups, not only its productivity is increased, but its outcome is also increased, cost is minimized, and many other factors are there with this. So this India AI mission is a very big step taken by the Government of India to enhance the AI innovation ecosystem, startup ecosystem, and also to increase the AI-based applications in different sectors. And because we belong to a higher education institute, so this mission is also is willing to or aiming at empowering the higher education institutions in developing the courses and programs in that purpose. So
thank you, Dr. Sharma. So it is now time to conclude our sessions. It is a vast topic and there are many aspects that need to be explored further. But before winding up, I would like to thank my experts, and any words you would like to say, very brief, because we are already, the time is over now.
Yeah, in the case of students, a good mathematical background is very much needed to excel in the areas of AI. So I suggest the students to go through an NPTEL program titled Mathematics for Machine Learning. That's from IIT Roorkee. You can go through the Google. It's an NPTEL or Swayam, anything will work. So try to do that course. It will give you all essential mathematics to work in the area of machine learning, and then from the same institution you can also pursue the courses on machine learning and deep learning. This is my advice to the students who wants to work in the area of AI.
Thank you so much, sir. Once again, I would like to thank our experts. So we are also thankful to Professor Nageshwar Rao, our Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, and our respected Pro Vice Chancellor Professor Kiran Hazarika for their continued support, and I thank EMPC for making this program possible, and all the staff from NCIDE who have been behind the scenes, working behind the scenes. So thank you all.
A warm welcome to IGNOU.